You all, it's Agnes coming to you with, I hope, super cool idea for your home decor or even a gift giving. As you can see is I do have $2 tree candles that you actually asked me to get. I mean, there's nothing wrong with those except that ugly sticker that I need to remove. But you know what? With a little bit of the heat gun or a hair dryer, whatever you have available there, you can easy to remove it. Well, almost easy. You just gotta heat it up. Watch out for your fingers, it may get too hot. Okay, so now all is removed. Of course, you could leave it the way it is and just add the nice embellishments, but you know me, I'm into crackle, and I wanted to actually show you a couple fun ways how you can transform average looking candle to something that fits your actual decor or be a perfect gift. So I'm taking again Elmer's glue, and I'm just smearing it gently right over my glass without really painting it. You just need to make sure that your glue is nicely distributed. Little drying action just to dry it up, but not make it too dry, just so you still wanted to have that tag, and then we are ready to apply the color. Well, in my cases, I love me some gold, but you can pick any color you like. And I would say is don't go too deep of the tone with the color here, because you do want it to sort of see the level of your candle inside. So I'm using my super light, almost shimmery gold right on it. And of course, it's not easy to get it out because you know me, I'm going to be using all the scraps right there. Now look what's blocking it. Yuck. So I'm just going to put it all in there. And of course, after that, you do need to, when you're applying it, again, use the soft brush and make sure not to mix with the glue. Now it's again the action with the heat gun to get those crackles going. And it does seem like they are popping little by little. And then based on that, you can figure out how you wanted to add the glue on the other side. So I think I do need to have a little bit more. So now look, I already have a glue on that. I just did not record this, and now I'm applying my gold a little bit more evenly right on it. So let's see what's going to happen with this one. Do you see actually the crackle already popping? I'm telling you, I'm obsessed, and I look how pretty. And as you can see is I did not paint my candle perfectly all around because I do want it to have that vintage look on it. So I already feel that this is already looking super fun the way it is. But obviously you do need to make sure to, add some heat to it to show the crackle. So when all is dry, and you have to make sure it's dry, you can embellish this. You can embellish that with the floral, obviously with ribbon. You could decoupage on it. There are so many things, but I do wanted to show you again one of the ways that my mom used to tie things and make them look so interesting without really having any skills. But of course, I need to first dry this up. And I also forgot to mention that you do want to put either the Mod Podge over the surface to it, so the whatever the crackle you created is not going to scrape off, or you can put the wax right on it as I'm doing it. You can do the clear wax, you could do the darker wax to bring more interest, or like me, the gold one. So now I'm bringing a little baker's twine, and I'm going to wrap it up without literally no hot glue right on the bottom. I'm just wrapping it so it, each wrap is holding it. And now I'm just going to the top, wrapping at the top a little bit and then going up and creating the little diamonds right in the design. So now I do need at the end a little bit of the hot glue. And of course, I did not do enough on the top because I just had too much fun. So now I need to wrap a little bit the top. That's it. I hope it was easy. And we're going to do it one more because I wanted to show you another way of decorating, obviously in a different color. have to draw myself in the middle, a little spot to note that my hands got to stay always in the middle for it to see. So now here I have another candle. But this time I am just going to pretend I'm a little child that has no clue what they're doing painting-wise, and I'm just smearing the aqua paint all over. And if you watched my craft, the Coastal Christmas craft, the wreath, this is a very similar way I've done that background. So I'm adding a little aqua right to it, trying to make sure that everything is all dry up. And now I'm going to bring another color. You know, if you guessed gold, you're not mistaken, but I'm on a mission to use whatever is left over in my bottle before I get the new one. So it's a perfect underlinement. So it's the same story. I'm just smearing my colors all around my candle, just so it does have a nice variation. And you know, we're not going to give something like this or display something like this in the house. We are going to crackle, if you did not know. So again, I go back to, you know, my Elmer's glue, and I'm just spreading in the lines just to make it easier. Using the brush, again, that's the brush that I only used for the glue, because you do not ever want to mix glue with the paint, because the crackle is very difficult later to become a nice one. So it's again same process, drying it a little bit to the point is when it's still sort of wet but dry, and then I'm adding my white to it, and again doing the same way, spreading it gently and making sure that I do not mix my glue with it. So it's sort of like a airbrushing. I constantly repeat, but you know what? I know that I struggled for the longest time ever making the crackle. So it's the same thing. Look, I'm drying, and you can already see that the little cracks are popping and are actually showcasing beautifully that mixed goldish aqua background on my candle. So that's it. We are going to continue with this, and I'm not going to really cut it because I do want you to see exactly, so you don't have to rewind it. Doing this, I just want to also let you know that if you do not have the Elmer's glue, you can for sure try with the Mod Podge, because obviously Mod Podge is almost a diluted Elmer's glue or whatever, any kind of glue. So you could do this. I am working as my base and a top coat with the acrylic, but you can also try with the chalk paint. It is a little bit more difficult when it comes to the top coat, but you know what? You need to try, because I've been doing it all the time. The crackle with the chalk paint is a little bit bigger, and it looks more on the chippier side, I would say. So it's again, keep trying and see which style of crackle you like. But I actually like do both of those, but that one seems to be coming much easier for me, at least. Okay, so I'm crackling all around, and now as I'm doing this and drying, trying to see what should I finish this off. Ideally, my first goal was to use a little bit of the tissue paper on the bottom and at the trim. But then I decided that I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the previous candle. So I'm applying a wax instead of applying the Mod Podge on it to protect it. Just a little bit smear here and there. And now I was thinking, do I use the same baker's twine or I go with just jute? And here we go, because it seems so coastal, I am going to do the same thing. So that means is I'm wrapping a little bit of it on the bottom, bringing it up, wrapping it once, bringing it down, wrapping it twice, bringing it up, wrapping it once, and then again going all around until I have that nice little pattern on it. That was easy, and thank God my hands were right smack in the middle of my screen. So it's again a little bit of the hot glue right on the bottom, a little bit up on the top, just so it is a little bit thicker, or you don't have to. You can actually create a pretty tassel with little beads hanging down, but again, it's optional. And you know, the decoration is just, you know, it's up to you. So that's it. That's the two candles that I have. Now I cannot wait to show you the pictures. Here is one a little bit closer. Do you see a tiny crackle right on it? I mean, of course, when you turn all around, it's showing all different kind of crackles. But it's again, it all depends on how much glue you're going to add to it and how much of a paint. So I actually do like it, even with my Mackenzie child. And here is the coastal one with the multiple versions of the background. And I actually do like it too. Fits perfectly with my reef. So I really hope that I inspired you to keep on trying and turning those average looking things to a fun project and fun gifts that for sure people will be happy to receive. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to sprinkle. I'll talk to you later. Bye.